You know, majority of people spend most of their lives trying to be liked by everybody so that they can never be judged for being too different. One thing I learned from this experience is that chasing approval makes you a prisoner for rejection. In this video, I'm going to share a couple of mindset shifts that help me to stop living for other people and help me live for my purpose. First point I want to make is switch your focus. I spent a lot of my time in life trying to please people so that they wouldn't think bad of me at all. I wanted to be liked by everybody. In fact, one way I did this, I changed my whole content playing. It was somebody that I liked at the time, and they were telling me, hey, you should do a different niche of content. That was like the rating my subscribers outfits and stuff like that, you know. But I knew going into that just wasn't me. But I knew that a lot of people from my area also enjoyed this type of content. So I was like, got nothing to lose, just do it for the people. I posted it, I made it a couple series, and while I don't regret making the video, I think that was just a prime example of how people's influences and wanting to be liked and even just watched by people in my area mattered to me. I wanted to feel seen, I wanted to be seen, and I felt like the stuff I was doing with 2K was so niche down. I was like, this is so narrow, like not everybody's gonna be able to watch this, but that's okay. Usually when we're on our purpose, we're on a narrow road anyway. I want to share with you guys a verse from the Bible. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verses 25. And the easy version says, if you are afraid of what people think about you, you will never feel safe. But if you trust in the Lord, he will keep you safe. If you are worried about what other people think about you, you will never feel safe. All right? It's so easy to let that go over your head. It's so simple, but not easy to maintain. Here's a CJ Allen definition of insecurity. You ready? When you are looking for security within and not from him. Think about it. Insecurity is security from within. And it's usually when you're looking at your talents, your ability, your achievements, your appearance. And we want to project those things for other people to accept. The problem is those things never stay the same. A girl has to redo her makeup every day or maybe twice. Some people don't care about the things you're talented in. We live in a world of comparison. Your achievements do not line up with LeBron James. So for me, what started to form an unshakable security was when I started to take my eyes off my flawed self and focus on the flawless one that created me. Because he's the one that built me for what he assigned me to do. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm just here to do the work that the person that created me to do, and that's that. And I'm gonna show out in that. You don't need permission when you were already created with purpose. You don't have to worry about what people might think when you start posting on YouTube or social media. Focus on what God's calling you to do and what he's pulling your heart to do. I often realize about myself when I'm mission focused, I'm not really thinking about those things of what is somebody gonna say, because I'm focused on what I came to do. I gotta show up. Someone that's an electrician isn't gonna let someone that's a basketball player say, hey, what you're doing is bad. What you're doing, you should stop. Because you're doing what you're called to do. So why do we let the fear of judgment stop us from doing what God created us to do? When that's your focus, you will finally walk in freedom to live for your great purpose. It doesn't matter if it offends people, if people don't like it, if people don't agree, even if people don't take it serious. As long as you're honoring God, you don't need to fit into what society says. And ultimately, you will honor yourself by making this choice. The next point I have for this video is don't take everything so personal. You know, for me, coming up on YouTube was not easy at all. And it's funny when you think about that crazy come up story that's like, oh, no one supported me and I came up by myself. I want to say I wanted that, but I used anything to feed into that type of narrative, right? So the doubts that people placed on me, and even the fact that some people didn't support me in the way I wanted, I would use that to fuel it. It kind of felt personal to me. I remember in 2021, I graduated high school and I decided that I was not going to attend college and instead pursue my dreams of YouTube 110%. It left me in a very lonely road, but I will say a very successful one. Many thought I should have went to school because I was a good student, and that's what everybody does. Nobody doesn't go to school to do YouTube and play video games. Like, that's kind of crazy, bro. But people who God didn't enable cannot see your vision. They're only gonna see results. But no matter how hard people try or don't even try, they can only see results. So, you know, when the results came, the people that I tried so hard to impress were there. You know what I'm saying? They were sharing my streams, my videos. They were, you know, they wanted to be a part of the journey and a part of the process. When my channel became stagnant, man, those same people that I was working so hard to impress, that I was so worried about how they perceived me as successful rather than not successful, or smart or not smart, turned right back to that doubt. And it just exposed my insecurity. I didn't realize how much I really wanted everybody's approval with this thing. I was so caught up in proving myself and proving how I'm capable of this thing that when people told me that, hey, CJ, you should go to college, you should get a job, I took it personal because, you know, it was usually when my channel wasn't doing so well that people thought of different plan B's and C's. And I hated it. I could not accept any advice like that. And it just left me in this cycle of trying to prove to everybody why this is a good idea. Other people's opinions about it become your concern. It becomes your focus. It becomes your attention. We'll start to live life to the fullest when we are living for a purpose to do our assignment that was handed to us at the best of our ability, not to impress everybody that doesn't believe in it. The honest truth is most people are projecting their limits on you, so you can't take that personal. I used to take it personal when people didn't see the vision. Really think about it, the person that has never ventured off from, in a sense, the timeline of society, I'll call it, like after 12 years of school, go straight to college, after that get a job, after that retire, like that's kind of like the timeline. If you do anything that alters it, you can't really see why somebody would not go down that, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it works. It seems to be working for centuries now, so why go away from that? So you can't take it personal. Everybody has their limiting beliefs, everybody has their beliefs of even what's best and what's not smart. But I will say this, you cannot live for people's approval or you will die from their rejection. I'll say it again, you cannot live for people's approval or else you will die from their rejection. Their rejection will literally send you in a frenzy. You'll lose yourself. You'll spend all your time focused on trying to prove yourself and trying to show everybody why this is legit. In reality, not everybody's gonna believe what you do is right, what you do is smart. Some people might even laugh at what you do. If you could just learn how to live for your assignment, your purpose, and just impacting people around you, then you'll actually learn how to finally live life to the fullest. These two mindset shifts help me out so much because they're still actively in play. I still have to remind myself, like, I cannot live for people's approval. I cannot live a life of fear of what people will think, because those things will block you from the door that you can actually open. And thinking about it now, that is crazy. There's a mixture of fear of what people think and fear of rejection. And you combine both of those, that's just ultimate fear, man. So I hope this helped your perspective, because a lot of people actually have this and they don't realize it. If you found it helpful, feel free to hit that subscribe button and comment down below if you felt any sense of transformation with it. If you're thinking to take the next step and go about your purpose, I definitely recommend watching this video right here. These are some keys to success from the Bible that I wish I knew sooner. I'll see y'all there.